Hi, I'm Rocco Stano. What is that?
That's Santa and his reindeer. Hi, Rocco.
Hi, Pamela. Of course, because that's why we're here. We're here to celebrate and to learn about the poem, "Twas the Night Before Christmas." Isn't that correct, Pamela?
That's right. It's Twas the Night Before Christmas, 200th birthday. Happy birthday, Twas.
Happy birthday. It is 200 years old, and a word for that is bicentennial, meaning 200 years old. So can you tell us a little bit about how the poem came to be?
The poem was written on Christmas Eve of 1822 by Clement C. Moore, and he wrote it for his children. And the poem is all about the magical night of Christmas Eve, when Santa flies through the sky on his magical sleigh with his 8 reindeer, bringing presents for children all over the world. And many of you children will have experienced this, and maybe you've read the poem before. It's been translated in Yiddish, in Japanese, in all kinds of languages. And there's even a Braille edition for children who can't see. So it's been loved by many, many children and read since many children were very little.
Right, it's actually a poem that many of our viewers, parents and grandparents and even great-grandparents knew and heard when they were children.
Even great. It's been read by 10 generations of children.
You're a person that's promoting the celebration of the 200th anniversary of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. How did you become involved with that?
Well, my father gave me a copy when I was 5, and I'm 65, and I still have it. So I've loved this poem my entire life, and I've read it every Christmas year, as so many families and children do. And the person who wrote the poem was also a father. He was a father of 6 children at the time he wrote it, and he had 9 children, Clement Clark Moore. And he was born in Manhattan, New York, and he wrote the poem in Manhattan on Christmas Eve of 1822, and then it was published in 1823.
Pamela, give us a little background on how the poem came to be.
Well, it was a snowy Christmas Eve, December the 24th of 1822, and Clement C. Moore's daughter was sick, and he promised her a new poem to cheer her up and make her feel better. And so he was thinking of what to write, and then his wife said, "I'm short a turkey for our baskets that we're giving to the poor and the charity." And so he said, "Well, I'll go in my sleigh with my horse, and I'll go and get you a turkey." And when he went out on this snowy night, he was struck by the magic of the evening with the snow and the jingle bells, and he was inspired to write this amazing poem. So he came running into his home with the turkey, and he went upstairs to his desk, and he finished the poem, and then he came back down to the living room where the family was gathered, and he read the poem for the first time ever to his children. Isn't that lovely?
Yes, it is. And I understand there are celebrations happening all over in honor of the anniversary.
There are, and one of the biggest ones is in Troy, New York. There's going to be 25,000 people in the town square, and they're going to try and set the World Guinness record for the most number of people in one place reading a poem all together, kind of like the Who's from Whoville, right? And then, of course, you're going to be giving a big prize to the poet's family in New York, aren't you, Rocco?
In December, Clement Clark Moore is going to be honored by being inducted into the New York State Writers Hall of Fame because, as we mentioned, he lived in New York City, and that's a celebration that we're very excited about.
Here's a fun fact, Rocco. Who's missing in the poem?
The most famous reindeer of them all, Rudolph, is not there.
That's right, and he's not there because he comes much, much later. So he comes in 1939. Can you name 2 other reindeers? I can. One of them is Clarice. She was in the television that lots of people have seen, Rudolph and the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 1999. And then there's Olive.
Why aren't they in the book?
Santa hadn't hired them yet, and maybe they didn't know how to fly yet.
So 'Twas the Night Before Christmas is a poem, so it must have some type of rhyme.
It has 13 pairs of rhyming words. It's really fun to play this game and see if you can find them.
Oh, well, let me look. Oh, I think I found it. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. House and mouse rhyme.
You found them. That's great. Now you need to find 12 more pairs.
The moon on the crest of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to the objects below. Well, snow and below rhyme. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. Appear and reindeer, they rhyme too. So I found 3.
Good job, Rocco. You found 3.
When you read the poem or hear the poem, listen for the rhyming words and make a list. And if you get 13 pair, you have found all the rhyming words. It is a tradition to read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas during the holiday time. And here at KidLit TV, we are celebrating, and I am going to do a read aloud of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. So keep an eye out for it.
I can't wait to see that, Rocco. You'll be great doing that.
And thank you, Pamela, for encouraging the celebration of the 200th anniversary of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
It's going to be wonderful. And from all of us here,
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year, and have a great 2024.
And remember, until next time, read a book in any format.